Hello guys, welcome to the Data Education Project video tutorial series for the Ruby programming. And in this session number 38, we are going to learn how to implement the inheritance concept in the Ruby programming. So let's start and create a program. And here I will create a new presentation. File here, right click on the file and create the inheritance program. Inheritance example, something like this. Choose the Ruby. Okay, and for example, I am giving the heading with the help of put statement, and in this program we are going to display uh, you can say that we can create a parent class, and then I think inheritance program. Okay, for example, now we will create the superclass or base class or parent class, which we discussed in the last lecture. And like this, employee is our superclass here. Now I want to describe some attribute of this class, and this is the attribute assessor. And here I want to create the variable name, age, gender, gender, something like this, which is common for all the kind of implies here. And I also want to create a phone number, phone, just like that. Now I want to create a class of like a teacher. You can consider this class, and it has some attribute assessors like designation. You can see that designation, you can say that. Okay, and we have another class of admin staff, you can say that, and it has the department accessories. Now suppose we have three classes here, and if I want to do that, a very simple thing, let's suppose I want to create a T1 teacher 1 and create the new instance of the teacher class here. So I just tech1 is equal to teacher dot new. And if I want to approach tech1 dot designation and assign the value, for example, computer department, ports, and display the value or whatever, the tech1 dot inspect here. Now run this program. Okay, okay, you can see that when we inspect this run this program, then it will show that designation is equal to computer department is fully working here. Similarly, if we create create the another admin, you can say the admin dot new, and admin 1 dot approach to this variable department, department is equal to finance, and here I think I will give the designation assistant professor, for example. Now I will inspect this put statement and admin 1 dot inspect. Sorry, we missed the double quotes here, and now I will use inspect method here. And now run this program once again. Okay, you can see that The designation is the assistant professor, department is the finance. But similarly, if we create the employee here, create the employee class, emp is equal to employee dot new, employee dot new, then emp dot name is equal to Saifullah, emp dot age is equal to I think 34, emp dot gender is equal to male. And for example, if I will use emp dot inspect and run this program, then what will be the result here? You can successfully see that the employee has Saifullah name, age and gender. If I want to add one more property like phone is equal to one, something like this, and run this program, then it has the all three properties or four properties, whatever you have assigned it. But if I want to approach this tech1 dot name is equal to Qasim, something like this, then run this program, you can see that the error was here, undefined method name here, because tech1 is not understanding what is the name here. So what we will do, either we will create the whole methods or variables or characteristics in the teacher and the same in the admin, then it will be the repetition of the code. Remember that this is only 4 variables. You can say that you can create 4 variables in both of the classes of teacher and admin, but remember that if the code is more than thousands lines, 10,000 lines and hundred of thousands of lines, then what will you do? You will copy paste it. So it will be very difficult for you to make and implement the changes for it. So if we want to do the same thing, then what we will do, we just need to add the inheritance with this thing. And for this thing, inheritance, we just need to add that this is the sign for the inheritance, and we will say that this teacher will be inherited from the employee class. Now run this program once again. Now you can see that automatically it will inherit, the teacher inherited the value of the name from the employee class. Similarly, you can say that the teacher is the derived class and employee is the base class, and similarly the teacher is the child class and employee is the parent class. Similarly, as we discussed in the last lecture, that one parent has more than one children. Similarly, if you want that admin 1 dot age is equal to 34, once again, since this is a standalone class, so that's why the error will be shown here. But if we will inherit this admin class with the employee, then it automatically absorbs all the characteristics of the employee. It's up to us whether which property we want to select or which property we don't want to select. It was up to the child class behavior. Now remember that in this way you can write the code and easily understand that what is the happening with the inheritance here. One more important thing is that if a teacher wants to get the property of department, which is the property of the admin property, and try to write it computer science, then you can see that error will be shown here. Why? Because a child cannot inherit the property of the other child. Both child or more than 2 child or 3 child, it's up to you. Classes can inherit the properties of the the parent class, because Ruby programming offers a single inheritance facility for you. If you want to implement the multiple inheritance, then kindly follow the previous lecture of mixing, and then you can understand that how to implement the multiple inheritance in the Ruby programming. One more thing is very clear, that in this way you can write a code which is very easy for you to reuse it, to implement it, and this is one of the basic principles of the Ruby object oriented programming. And either you are working in C sharp, in any other languages, C++, this concept will remain the same in all object oriented programming here. So guys, thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Please subscribe our channel and like our videos, which will encouraging us for to make a very simple and easy tutorial for you. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.